say we in the me the chair. I remember me opening remarks kakra. So no then the fat tamayo friend. Oh, I know. Receive that. So baby, I'm there. Fan of cry one. I'm there. Boa. No, me. What am I menka? Ayi dache. Ayi. Unse meka se mojamono na wonu. Oh. Nti na oma dana se na ye. Unse na ni abere. Meka opening remarks cry. Oni me saswa. Oh yeah, adwuma no. Oh, ayi dia ho ne say. First of all, unse I think was it Enra. And a BC for a start here. So and run almost start here.
Yeah, and run Wednesday almost.
And run almost start here. Look, BC. There's so winning. It is a ritual. It's an educational ritual. The First World War. A friend, the First World War.
Every year,
and the we had done our school again. And quite a BC in the other day. But Enra, admittedly, my member, the education minister Abaso. You look, put politics aside. Honorable Haruna Idrisu, a very wise man. Very, very wise man. I would say that. He's somebody that, look, put politics aside. How Nekando and how we situate matters near the other. And no part, let me free ba. I listened to him. In fact, was the education ministry, no, ministry be say. I say sometimes we want to play politics around education and all of that. But I think Haruna Idrisu or better na kunyano sono. One thing I will know as a minister, I have seen him and monitored him do. They say he is not seeking to play politics around the educational system. Although the political party we omo manifesto no agenda to handle education, just like we also had. But if you be to say Educhum by how Educhum was able to manage affairs with the education, and they said Haruna so by Honorable Haruna Idrisu by also so na. You see that consistency in the maturity now. We are expecting at the education ministry. Where Enra Asatano Papa now he had already gone to I think Bono East, Joy for friend no Bono East. Na omoye ni interview na where villages be or he started motivating in Krana, mobile training, and all of that. And me, I cram say, what two on the name hinterlands. You say, oh, yes, I don't know. And plus, some of the things he said to inspire and Krano and even the whole people around the country at large. And I think it is worth commending, say, Minister Nwayade. In fact, it's a Haruna Idrisu. I can tell you, say, Haruna Idrisu. If Haruna Idrisu was the man in charge of health, for instance, I don't think say even the kind of situation we are seeing around, no. Looking at the way I don't think these things will be happening now because so I think I will pat him in the back wherever he is, putting our political party lenses down. No. I think he's somebody I'll commend. If going forward, any of our NDC people conducting him in a manner where the person deserves praises, of course we have to give it to the person. We are building a nation. A drew baby I say you share political lenses so I mean you are no lens no you pija na the SC can obi a Canada so
my main fancy here every the first issue EOCO and Ofori-Atta issue OSP did need the Aba film family natural crata so mo competition in fact issue no court ya kwa withdraw be near the other. What do you feel about all this issue, knowing very well so you have served in the office as a former finance minister? When you say dole ufri wa, in fact the then president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo can say, look, every appointee should be ready to account.
That's first of all, me preliminary remarks in few. I'm fine chaka for. Now mention the New Patriotic Party, and then also at Minya Benghazi. Benghazi did be a da.
Oh,
Benghazi.
Is he alive?
So what done for pa?
Every Tuesday,
just ask him we say come in. Just ask him we can.
All along I was waiting for the day of his funeral.
I no 2020 election yeko NDC mumpanyumfu a omuso so kan okurum hanom say je kanana na against NDC a yen fo mutinya kire manyina he say me share omo places meetings bi mu mi ko hu omo hono ya
me ya san ofun ni na no omutinko
oh jaisa
you no make that
jaisa Benghazi GDA
it's a lesson to Ben.
Benghazi GDA ne say na party ni win na brand enti na influencer man the cancer na oh dia meka ne say we are say ade ba ko a sebi mpanyufo tenase na say yetase asema ye ka ye bu be de kasa ene say yisuaya den yare. When you are dealing with people, and I say looking at the situation surrounding OSHA initially, the call by special prosecutor, and then later the response that came from Ofori-Atta lawyers and Ofori-Atta, let's say himself through the lawyers, about and then later Osahina Fenyoma Kingston so back to assure say when the time is due, they will make sure that they produce him and all of that. And no her time needed due, he couldn't come. So you ask yourself that what they are accounting for the reason why I went to me day. One of my medical see so we are say Adia Bakwa even in administration. My brother is here, he is a corporate director. He will come to realize that even in administration, when you are dealing with people, there's a clause of being rendered incapacitated. So you're rendered incapacitated. Usually, you know that there's a way that such a person is handled and all of that. What you are saying? Look, my muhano. Sisabri amenoka say deputy attorney general so the nano ababe kabi say EOCO so and all of that. You know that per our laws you can try people in absentia. Can you not?
Yes, you can try people in absentia.
Said in Tamakulu, was she not tried in absentia?
Yeah, she was tried in absentia, but for her, she was in court.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that she was in court, but I'm saying that you can try people in absentia. The law allows that, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so if you have things against people and you are inviting them, because if you listen to the special prosecutor, the initial statements, or can I say it is an invitation to get him to come and answer some questions. Yes, sir. Then the other time, listening to the corporate director of the SP office,
Yes.
No, Sanso Kabibi say, apart from the fact that a man focus say it's a Giorgio and I say you perceive Busan in same, there is other intent of the special prosecutor that he did not want to make known. If you have listened to him, maintain on news file. So that means that the special prosecutor office, you see, it must be seen to be carrying out its duty on good faith. And so say you say, okay, fine, what's the person inviting the pan? But why are you saying that there are other and name of which you don't want to make public? What is it that what you don't want to make public? Why don't you go ahead and press those charges so that say press charges, let's say who say charges are what they are burning formally. Or charges are dear Benny. Not say no dear. So when you buy and be responding in the court of law. Not say honor no issues are then we can issue that. And now say even issuing that. Not say or charge say be cry. I'm just making an statement. That's what say change on to me ma. Then you can still trigger the prosecution of the person not being around, trying the person in absentia. Look, special prosecutor, you see. I keep asking myself, and they say it is not like say bia obi hodi brief for Ofori-Atta. Bia Ofori-Atta omoka ho asem say they want questions, they want to question him and need answers from him on all aspects ni nyina no. Me, I'm not against it. What you say? But I'm just saying that the cliche of press conferences and all of that. Special prosecutor, apart from the fact that me no me petition special prosecutor man initiate investigation and a prosecution on something. special prosecutor office na kasanti Kroman Monte kiseja ben on tiasem say yet ya try said the nam tamaklu in absentia ama Ghana court akase we wia Ghana sika yesinka even in court yes on producing nipa baako po say from bia kantamanto ana gbogloshi na nipa no media dance say sika no man bi she couldn't even produce na say nipa we ya try na wie ama ruling the whole mampanyina betena ho menuama betena power special prosecutor what unim say case no. You are not even putting this woman on red alert.
That's a special prosecutor.
No, what I'm saying is you don't understand. It's
the special prosecutor is supposed to do corruption and corruption related matters. Sadinam Tamaklo has gone to court. He has been sentenced. And it is out of the jurisdiction of the West.
Now, no, Sadinam Tamaklo, Nasemba, Yugusu, I can never appoint Kisejabe. That is what I'm saying. Near appointing Kisejabe. That is what I'm saying. So I'm saying that. When we were prosecuting her, so no ni Interpol kwan. Now when I see Interpol ho no your limitations as to you nipa no nipa you no kwa ye di na sema ono we obrochi oso omma ai gu so ye di na sem wo kisi Ajabi a special prosecutor what you want man for na nko Interpol issue red alert say for them because that time we were fighting corruption and corruption related per what you have even read no corruption and corruption related na you fighting. They don't have limitation. And I said the name Tamaklo there. SP clause so I say this said the name Tamaklo on the Infanin Interpol. So I'm saying that said the name Tamaklo or no say Deputy Attorney General, certain Attorney General, Moto. Munim say most so much on bet me cry be crack a special prosecutor cry there no. And the Nako Interpol see Infanimra. Munya ready. Obi a munyan charging officially. And now we are just dancing around it and doing press conferences. Not Deputy Attorney General Bano Abeka we know. And actually, that is the issue. Warren. We should not be reducing prosecutions and Sanyama. Look, Martin Pegu had taken a matter to Supreme Court on the legal terminology that a person is innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
And that, if you remember, there were certain criminal offenses, murder and some other criminal offenses. You know, they were not bailable.
Yes.
But he contested that in the Supreme Court. And Supreme Court, say, senior sir, a principle of law, no, say a person is innocent until proven Obi say charge obi for murder. Who's the first in a charge for murder? He was able to get Supreme Court to overturn status quo. No? Yeah. What you say? Enti obi kura ye trying on murder. Kurano. Through Martin Kwebu and Ediko Supreme Court Kurano. We even know sasa ni pano kura say be all right. Remember?
Yes.
Say him sir.
That right is in the discretion of the judge.
Of course, it's in the discretion of the judge. So I'm saying that if per our laws it is allowed for you to even try people in absentia, you can be doing some of these things. But
Nana, will it not also give? She said the name Tamaklo. She had been tried sentence.
Yes.
Oti baby, wada odine. Then when we leave it at that, other appointees in this government, for example. We are gonna sika woni say me we sika na me na me ko tena burochira de ya say e betra
enti eduru me nu ndc ni so abusa no ono no wo power eduru no so abusa no say said the name Tamaklu if indeed said the name Tamaklu so fight corruption one of their own have been conclusively what you say passed to have stolen from Ghana where we are man sika due for market women wafa I one of their own no even say even if you are not even making an attempt to even bring her back, have you even taken her to Interpol? No bia or no winyan official winyan emfa charges bia nyamon. This is exactly what I am saying. It is omo NDC take you over here no mo ka say oral team mboa oral team no mo bobo amanfo ajapade what na buy mu pen na so mo nam no mu so self contained ba bia na kutwa ni picture ezi we mine ton ekoka ho a e total be ko 3 billion be ko say ti mine bejeje oral team no mo nam mo bo apro no oral team antima nkai say the nam Tamaklu sika no when they were computing their figures. So that's it. I'm just trying to say that, and let me repeat that. Any action by this administration or any other office to fight corruption and corruption-related offenses, I am all for it. What do you say? Because I'm for it. But and number 3, if we think that there is something substantial we can press against Ofori-Atta, na say Ofori-Atta yemfa say he is not coming, and I say Bia, per what we all have come to understand, Bia Yarenti, he is incapacitated, no ntimi ma. The person should be tried in absentia. But trying the person in absentia, no, the NDC government, say OSP Nkwana who situating the Dianka, on coming from question. But you have mentioned in the topics a Deputy Attorney General Mebwa. So the NDC administration that appointed the Deputy Attorney General, and so on Kai say, one of their own, said the name Tamaklu, has stolen so much from this country. A court of competent jurisdiction have concluded that matter, and that the NDC should remember that, or no, you're trying to read Amasika one ho. But
will it not be an indictment once, sort of, in the office of the Attorney General, and that Godfrey Dame said after the sentence,
yes,
they never took any action of making sure say they get her back to the country to come and say.
Now, no, your opposition, your opposition for Yetima, ya from the multi government, more reassess can man try no. Yeah, ba power Yetima Baba try na wie ruling that meba Yetima nya ruling a wie. Nya ruling a wie bibia a process. Send a munim processor, munim say obi abrochira, utim ka say EOCO person friend, we person friend no. Where the ye DSM na wie, where the anana bene. Sa adwokura how the say wo lighting keke no hiti no. Na fe wo de atena tum no adi mboa. Enti ono na ya try na wie. Oh, you have not even that. But you see, there's an unwillingness of the NDC. And the reason why all these things, you can say a political witch hunt. NDC take you over. There were cases are now pending in court. Criminal cases are. Now you do okuruma say. By some discontinue cases ni baby. Remember? Some discontinue. Some discontinue side cases no. Discontinue side cases in real no. And I can Ofori-Atta die ne hia omo. And I said nam tamakro die nso hia omo. So it is telling you the link now. So if we say we are fighting corruption, now we are just picking and choosing. Even including the trying in Peru, I say, young go first. Jenny, the woman just said, "We are saying them tamaklo." Omunim, no muni abano. Omunim, we are saying them tamaklo. Okuye to black foreign affairs minister. Etimi quote to the extent so timi ko Benin. Eko hu Ghana properties e ho no ma. Se bi mu person mo fa kwati kon asofa ekra tondi. Eko fight ko yes and Jenny the fo enim ba we are saying them tamaklo. That's it.
That's it. Mama God you. God.
That's it. In some ni bi wo ho it is a high timer. Ye jai say ye two in futuro egu Ghana for any. That's it. Aban bie new since 1992 me no any fee ya waba on file null prosecuted to discontinue any case single before. And then another down to Akufado for the whole 8 years. All the Attorney Generals are at a point in time, a file null prosecuted to discontinue a case. And I'm what? Intimate my create an impression say that constitutional provision, this is the first time AGB air trigger. And that is the thing. So let us be careful the kind of politics are. We
have political case.
Two. Ayani one was say all the oral. Ebe share said the name tamakulu asem. Asema ye di ewie. Ubi sasa de ntina oral amfa show mo statement. Oral say won ti asia it has to do with suspected looting. Appointees. Looting alameboa. Na case aye di ewie. Yes, I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. Court be man. I said, hey, well, it doesn't make sense. It beats logic. So, say, let us situate the conversation very well. I am the so bisa and say, Moana Moa Bem, young fan impose. aban bia ba o shielde ono ne appointees yemfa ne saa wo se mo de NDC appointee ye said na Ntamakolo akokot yemfa ne say that criminal act happen under yen time enu ntu susu say yentimi amfa na nkokot because ye hu nipa ena modeni akokot ena court apase judgment we onye mu hu nipa wu mo ntimi a extraditing amana mba Ghana over the period na more power suddenly mo lose power ena be ye mo mantra in life you cannot approbate and reprobate because said in Ntamakolo NDC ni said your yena na ye hia party bianca or that will to extradite her into this country. It should have been MPP. You're trying to say party bianca so shielding in Hunipa. Granted. Now bet na ha. After the more time judgment and it happen here. Then Attorney General slept on it. Couldn't make any step. So they never back Ghana. Suddenly, what Yanum and Abeya mantra. But that's it. Young go into the substance of the matter. The army then say all former presidents Embribia ombe lose power bia no will make a statement say omo appointees in now make you yourself available for accountability. I remember John Dramani Mahama in opposition said the same thing. He said another damn Kwakufa don't work at the same thing. That is how it's supposed to be. Adia Bako am observing about MPP on this kind of Ofori-Atta assembly say that many wo nina nyame nchade ya LLB. Say MPP ni betena hana okasa na ye matters of law. Bisane se emra ben ena OSP abrege. Because ye de emra ena echechere oman anameboa. Ti se nipa etu anamon na anamon no entia emra bia. How do you speak against it? Yes, true say obetimi atry obi in absentia. Say nipa no due to reasons be ubeka say and the baby a wo no ubetimi atena ho na ye use technology edi wasem anameboa nini na at the discretion of sa authority no say ye OSP say ye court anameboa say ochro edema that body na ye court ubetimi mpo atro ama court akacha say yes even though oyare but ye hia o presence anameboa because court have that discretion either to accept your proposal or not to accept your proposal. Till you say anamon bia ye to bia no, let's be careful. Enche bia o that ye go to e-levy aba. The then minister of chieftaincy no ye bed rigging or dampas or dayarim paso e Ghana. But now MPP yet bent say omudi e-levy bebano omudi ambulance echo tam minister no edifi hospital Ediba Parliament House.
Yes, I don't know. These things.
Said ya yet kind na kahu.
Bad.
No, we make it quorum. Okay, say bad. Is it true or is not true?
That's here. Did anybody take ambulance to bring you back? Because you are getting on the sensitivities of the family. You say that.
Me say.
How can you say that?
The American say that me NDC ni.
Because someone say he was in an ambulance. What is the meaning of that?
Was he not in an ambulance?
He was not in an ambulance. Obian for ambulance man. One of them almost yare.
No, that me.
Because no ambulance man.
That last time I catch one of their communicators. we mu bia na demo eco position am we dey into unprecedented
na na mo no power na
mo go position I pray say mo be sesa mo
nya say mo nu bia na mo position mo be confidence
the American say that thing uno are neutral person obi a oye bedridden e ka to be a bedridden obi a ontimi nsori o wa kayare mpa so tani pa kro no ye de ne ba parliament
ne doctor na ka kire
obenante
ne doctor na ka kire
aden multimeter minister and the two ambulance mo de ba parliament because na mo person mo form quorum na multimeter to aba e pass e-levy that's it. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Semra na muhia e-levy se mo be pass no a obi papa obi nana obi nia obi uncle no yari na mutimi politics inti etimi de no tena ambulance mu ko parliament ko pass e-levy a that's it. When say you ambulance your aeroplane ambulance like first like this ambulance do you get me? Your aeroplanes and helicopters are serve as ambulance.
Yes.